This is the Fox 5 News Block.
Some breaking news now. Jurors in the Harvey Weinstein trial reach a partial verdict in his sex crimes retrial. Good afternoon, I'm Bianca Peters. Welcome to the News Block. That partial verdict coming on day 5 of deliberations. Let's get right to Fox 5's Arthur Chien outside of the courthouse with the breaking details on this. Arthur.
Yeah, Bianca, we can call this a partial verdict, and it makes it sound less important, but the important part of this is that a jury has convicted Harvey Weinstein on the top charge in his retrial of this landmark Me Too sex crimes case. Let's show you a slate right now to break down the 3 counts that he faced here. There are 2 counts of criminal sex act, first degree. Those are actually, even though the 3rd count is rape, those are the more severe counts because they carry, as we understand it, up to 25 years in prison if convicted, and now he has been convicted of one of them. On the 2nd partial sex crimes in the first degree count, he was found not guilty. And on the 3rd count, which is a rape of a 3rd woman that was in this trial, the jury says they have not yet been able to reach a verdict. Now, it has been a very contentious jury deliberation process. It began last Thursday. We were in day 5 as we came into today. And over the weekend, there had been rumblings by some of the jurors about how things were going in that jury deliberation room. Well, that boiled over this morning with a note from a juror who says that he doesn't want to change his mind, and others were maybe coming at him very hard about him not being open to entertaining a different verdict. He went to the judge to complain. Harvey Weinstein and his lawyer were furious in court, demanding a mistrial, which would favor Weinstein. Weinstein even asked to speak and himself admonished the judge, saying this was a moment for the judge to be courageous. That was taken as a very interesting moment in court. Well, the judge said, okay, I'm going to bring the jurors in, and we're going to see if they agree on any of the counts. If they do, it shows they're working together and they're having difficulty with a difficult charge. That's what he did. He brought him in. They said guilty on that 1st count. The judge says they're going to have the rest of today off, and he's going to bring them back in. Arthur Aidala is the main attorney for Harvey Weinstein. This was him coming out of court just now.
The judge said we're not allowed to speak, so we're going to adhere to the judge's
Yeah, a curt statement from Arthur Aidala, but pretty much all he is allowed to say, as the judge says, no more circus until the last verdict is decided on the final count, which is of rape. He doesn't want the lawyers to speak. Now, some of the victims, alleged victims in this case, have been coming out. We've been trying to talk to them. We're going to have anything they have to say in our 5 o'clock newscast, but that's it for now at the criminal courthouse in Lower Manhattan. Arthur Chien, Fox 5 News. Bianca, back to you.
All right, Arthur, thanks so much. Meanwhile, the ex-girlfriend of Sean Diddy Combs back on the stand in his federal trial. The woman, only known as Jane, is undergoing cross-examination from Diddy's lawyers. She's been describing details of her business and personal relationship with the music mogul. She even admitted to receiving thousands of dollars from Diddy for furniture, clothes, and trips, along with the rental payments on her LA home. Meanwhile, court appearances today for the 2 men accused in the kidnapping and torture plot. John Woltz and William Duplessis were arraigned on multiple charges, including kidnapping, assault, and unlawful imprisonment. They're accused of holding a crypto businessman hostage in a Soho townhouse for nearly 3 weeks. The men pleaded not guilty this morning at their arraignments. Defense attorneys are asking for bail, and a judge will take up that issue at a hearing on July 15th. All right, now to the very latest on protests in cities across the country over immigration raids. The Trump administration facing backlash from some state attorneys general over the deploying of the National Guard. Meantime, a curfew in Los Angeles has been lifted for now, and protests in Lower Manhattan are keeping the NYPD busy. Let's get right out to Fox 5's Antoine Lewis live in the newsroom with today's developments. Antoine.
2 coasts to cover, Bianca, but we're going to begin with New York first. The NYPD arrested at least 80 people last night. There were at least 2 demonstrations scheduled. Sky Fox over the scene in Lower Manhattan where protesters wearing masks, carrying signs and flags clashed with police who were in riot gear. Now, the demonstrations are in response to ongoing ICE raids ordered by the Trump administration, police using pepper spray to subdue many before taking them into custody. This morning on Good Day, Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch says that while the White House sent National Guardsmen to L.A., albeit without being requested by California officials, she believes New York does not need any federal response.
As it got darker out, we had a group of, I'd say, up to 400 who remained by 26 Federal Plaza, and we did make 86 arrests. We want to maintain everyone's right to protest peacefully in this city and in this country, but we will not tolerate chaos and disorder or violence. And when we saw people breaking the rule or breaking the law, we stepped in and made arrests swiftly.
Meanwhile, let's talk about Los Angeles and demonstrators shutting down the 101 freeway for a period. Then, during anti-ICE protests, officials say that more than 24 businesses were also looted. Los Angeles officials enacted a curfew in several hot spots where anyone who's not a resident or working in that zone was subject to arrest without question. Authorities say about 200 people were taken into custody. The Trump administration and California officials remain at odds over the handling of this crisis.
By bringing in the National Guard, by bringing in the Marines right now to back them up, to protect our federal buildings, to protect the highways, to protect the citizens. So right now in California, we're at a good point.
This brazen abuse of power by a sitting president inflamed a combustible situation, putting our people, our officers, and even our National Guard at risk.
California filed suit over the Trump-initiated federal response. A hearing has been set for tomorrow in federal court. Meanwhile, in addition to L.A. and New York, anti-ICE protests have also erupted in Chicago, Denver, and San Francisco. That's the very latest from the newsroom, B. We'll send things now back upside to you.
All right, Antoine, thanks so much. And as we take a live look outside, let's talk about the weather. What a beautiful day out here in the city. Let's bring in meteorologist Audrey Puente for a look at the forecast. And that shot we saw there of the Statue of Liberty, a bit hazy, though. Are we still dealing with that haze?
Yes, we have a bit of a hazy, sunny conditions going across the tri-state area right now, Bianca, but it's feeling pretty good out there, feeling like summer across much of the region. We have 80 degrees already up towards Poughkeepsie and White Plains. We're just under 80 in Central Park. It's 84 out at Newark Liberty Airport and 85 down the shore in Belmar, where it is a spectacular beach day. A lot of these readings are much warmer than they were at this time yesterday, and we're going to be above average for the rest of the afternoon. What's also important to note is that the dew points, which is a measure of moisture in the atmosphere, they're actually relatively low. It's less humid today than it was yesterday, so that's making for a very comfortable summer feel across the tri-state area. Summer is still officially a week away, a little over a week, about 9 days away. It comes in next Friday on June 20th, so we're still officially in the spring season, even though today it feels every bit full on like summer. Not tracking much on the radar here. We're going to stay nice and dry today with plenty of sunshine. High pressure's in control, and that's going to keep things quiet for the rest of the afternoon, not just for the tri-state area, but for the entire Northeast. So expect a warm and dry and sunny day today, with temperatures topping out in the 80s. Bianca?
All right, Audrey, thanks so much. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Are you ready for the ultimate entertainment experience? Spectrum is bringing together the streaming apps you love. Plus, live TV for sports, entertainment, and news. All in one place, across your devices. So no matter when or where you are, it's all here. Spectrum.
All right, welcome back to the news block. We are getting ready for the kickoff of the 2025 FIFA Club World Cup. And this morning, we got a first look at the newly installed soccer pitch at MetLife Stadium. Crews have been putting the finishing touches on the space all week long. The opening match is set for this Sunday at 6 p.m. featuring FC Porto versus SE Palmeiras. And it's common to have one set of twins in your grade, or maybe two, but a senior class on Long Island is graduating with 15 sets of twins. Fox 8's Jody Goldberg introduces us to some of these students making history at Plainview Old Bethpage High School.
It's twice the tassels and double the diplomas.
March 22nd, 2007. November 15th, 2007. June 6th, 2007.
15 sets of twins here at John F. Kennedy High School grew up together, and now they're graduating together.
I'm going to George Washington University in D.C.
I'm going to University of Maryland. Indiana University.
I'm going to the University of Pittsburgh.
I'm going to Binghamton University.
And I'm going to University of Connecticut.
Emma Leibowitz will also head to Binghamton, while her sister Kayla is set on Syracuse. They're fifth-generation twins, and for them and many of the other siblings, this fall will be their first time apart.
Going to college is going to be really difficult. Like, she really is my best friend.
Going to school together for all of our lives. It's going to be a different experience.
Two sets of twins even share the same name, Josh and Rebecca. And while all 15 pairs are fraternal, that doesn't stop the occasional mix-up.
Some teachers don't know there's two of us.
And sets of twins aren't anything new in the district. Almost 10 years ago, there were 9, along with a set of triplets. The one question no one's been able to answer is, what's in the water here?
Their connection to one another is so unique, and these 15 sets, actually, if you speak to them, they all really deeply care about one another.
Their bond with their siblings is strong, and over the years, they've bonded with each other.
There's a girls group chat.
Yes, there is on Snapchat. There's a twins group chat called the Famous Twins, and it's kind of like where we keep everyone updated. We always knew all these people, but it really is crazy when they put us all in a room together.
We all had a lot more in common than we realized.
From kindergarten to senior year commencement, as they go their separate ways, they'll bring with them memories that distance can't divide. On Long Island, Jody Goldberg, Fox 5 News.
That's pretty incredible there. All right, let's take another live look outside before we go. The weather here on this Wednesday. Audrey Puente, what's in store for us?
Looking good today, Bianca. We have plenty of sunshine across the Northeast. We have high pressure in control. That's going to keep things quiet for us as we move along through our Wednesday. We're watching this frontal boundary, though. This will make its approach and could squeeze out a couple of showers later tomorrow afternoon. We are expecting dry conditions for the rest of our Wednesday here, and tonight will lead to mostly clear skies across the region. Tomorrow, we'll start out with plenty of sunshine. It's actually going to be even warmer and a little bit more humid tomorrow as we move through our Thursday. But you can see here we'll have a couple of showers and fire up a couple of isolated thunderstorms too as we move through the afternoon hours. Everything moves offshore by tomorrow night, and Friday should be relatively quiet too, with a mix of sun and clouds and maybe an isolated sprinkle north of the city. We'll have another system coming in for Friday night, and that will bring us our next chance of showers late in the evening, and unfortunately going into Saturday too. So looking at the next several days, today we're looking at highs in the 80s. Same thing for tomorrow and Friday. Friday night we have rain coming back into the picture. It will be here for Saturday. So Saturday we are expecting scattered showers. Temperatures come down a bit too, mostly in the 70s. Father's Day, I think we'll have an early shower. Most of the day will be dry. It'll be even cooler still with a high of only 70, and more rain is on tap as we go into next week as temperatures remain in the 70s. Bianca?
A whole lot of rain there. Audrey, thanks so much. That's your news block for now. Bianca Peters, thanks for joining us. Tune into the 5 o'clock news on Fox 5 and keep it right here on Fox Local for all the day's news as it develops. We'll see you back here tomorrow.